Greetings. The next question is, alright, in my life I have moved beyond my religious dogma. I have removed false images of God from my mind. Now there seems to be kind of nothing left, a sort of emptiness. So what do I do about my existential angst? Answer. Well, there is indeed a connection among your religious upbringing and now your current feelings surrounding what's the whole point type thoughts. Another way to state this emptiness is angst with respect to my existence. And this is one of numerous normal consequences to having intellectually worked through and subsequently discarding belief in false religious dogma. And you'll notice also that even though your more correct beliefs now regarding who and what you are in the cosmos do not heal the angst. And one reason for that is that belief or intellectual understanding alone is not enough. Now, let me make a comparison here that I see just jumping right out right away. A similar angst kind of like among humanity happened due to the Copernican revolution a couple of hundred years ago. And we're only now beginning to pull out of it as a whole. Your experience is analogous to what happened at a much greater social scope. In short, before the revolution, mankind believed life had purpose in connection with mankind being the center of God's attention and will. And this belief ran hand in hand with another one, with the belief that man's home in the universe was the center around which creation physically revolved. So such statements as all things revolve around man were held to be true with respect to life purpose, as well as with respect to astronomy. And these two ideas about something being the center of things, humanity on the one hand and Earth on the other, were interconnected. And the one idea was called homocentrism, that having to do with humanity, and the other idea was called geocentrism, that having to do with Earth, or, the planet upon which humanity resides. But when geocentrism gave way to heliocentrism, one major aspect of the Copernican revolution, such that with heliocentrism, sun is the point around which Earth revolves, and then shortly after that, all explanations for that suddenly got boiled down to do mathematics. No reference whatsoever being made there either now to the purpose of mankind. Well, guess what happened to homocentrism? There went geocentrism, and heliocentrism soon had no explanations other than mathematical ones anyway, with some, then with some telescopic evidence. What happened to homocentrism? Well, it fell away, leaving a void with respect to the importance and purpose of human life. Does this sound familiar to your own personal experience right now? This feeling of emptiness? Once false images of God have been stripped away? It sounds very similar to me. And as I said, replacing the old belief system with another one, whatever that other one is, might be of some comfort for a while at least. I mean, especially if the new belief system makes more sense, is more intuitive, and is more logical at the same time, rings more true, is some comfort for a while at best, but that comfort seems to wear off. For as soon as we realize that the problem in the first place lie in a belief, then simple belief itself, in itself, loses credibility to an extent, at least, to some extent. So what is required by the soul is actual knowledge through personal experience of something relevant that is grounded in things as they truly are. Personal experience of something relevant that is grounded in things as they truly are. Personal experience of that. This serves many purposes, in the least, including giving our attention something to focus on other than the feeling of void and thoughts of uselessness. And this knowledge through personal experience of something relevant that is grounded in things as they truly are is something that I can help you with. And one slight aside interjected here. These false dogmas, they were contrived. They were contrived with the knowledge that people would either stick with the dogmas, which people in large do, or feel empty. And the knowledge of who and what we really are has been kept hidden, creating a somewhat false dilemma. False dogmas on the one hand, empty feeling on the other. A third option may be knowledge of who and what we really are being kept hidden, and knowledge of how to have knowledge of that, of who and what we really are through direct experience, has been kept a mystery. And here arises an important thing with which to come to terms. The human race on this planet has been a slave species for a long time. We have been genetically modified toward this end, and our consciousness has been hijacked toward this end, both for quite a long time. And part of this hijacking involves false religious dogma, and the keeping hidden from us who and what we really are. And when I say kept hidden from us, I mean intellectually as well as directly experientially. And it is that direct experience that is the most important, for through it we become free. Free in more ways than one, as you can perhaps imagine, given what I've said here. In the least, as long as we are lost, one way or another, we are vulnerable to being misled. So if we take away the false dogma, what else might there be but void? The true self. The core of our being, which does not change, and which is rooted in the one and only absolute. It's right here, right now, always has been, always will be. Growth in direct realization of this, and expansion of that centeredness into individualized cosmic awareness is our ultimate personal purpose for being here, for being anywhere. And please, at this point, watch and closely mentally attend to my video called The Absolute, which is from William Walker Atkinson's The Arcane Teachings. the next question. I have now closely viewed and mentally reviewed your video on the absolute. So what now? Answer. Rather than to watch it again and take notes, I suggest that you have by now already deeply reviewed it in your mind, or viewed it and then reviewed it. Probably has taken place at least 3 times. So this then has already created a subconscious impression. Therefore, I think it wisest to consider that you have given it its due attention for now, so don't give it any more. I only wanted to give you something to consider, and you've done it. So now you can move on. How? Here's how. Trust in your understanding of it at this point. And consider that further analysis of it at this point would probably boil down to too much left brain activity over it, which could lead away from your intuitive understanding of it. Instead, however slightly or greatly you can do it, feel within you the part of you that does not change. Feel within you the part of you that does not change. The essence of your being. This can be quite difficult to do. So don't strain over it at all. Just easily try it for a moment. And bear in mind that this is the part of you that roots in the absolute. And once you have felt this part of you, even just a little bit, and have borne this connection in mind even a little, this connection among this part of you that does not change, this core of your being, and its rooting in the absolute, even a little, then just move on to something else. There's nothing critical about this. Not right now. Not here. I only mean to give you some little starting point because you've asked about your existential angst. Trying to demonstrate to you that and give you some little bit of experience right now that will give you confidence that we can deal with that, that it can be managed, that there is a way out, there is a way through, a way under, a way in, a way around, a way over. There is a way. Just a little something solid, that's all. A little taste of truth about who and what you are. To start to fill in that void with what is real, with an occult understanding of your true self and of its relationship with its immutable source. For this is the essential thing that there is to do. I know the task is difficult. I did not expect you to have a lot of success with it at the moment. But I wanted you to try in order to actively link a minute awareness of your true self with your recent consideration of the absolute, which for now has got from you its due attention. Your subconscious mind will sort out the connection a bit for you. Later on, some flashes of, I don't know what you might call intuition, will come from what you have now done. Some key concepts for us here that have come up right now are, number 1, feeling, and number 2, subconscious mind. I have mentioned both of them. Can you detect right now that left brain philosophizing about this material, about this stuff, could quickly get in the way of feeling and of letting the subconscious mind handle things? I want you to feel and to let your subconscious mind have a chance to sort things out a bit. Those things are important. Those two are important. To be continued in the next video, picking up with the next question. Can you say something about attention? Be well.